Hello my fellow smug ones, I hope you're all okay. Well, it looks like we've finally got some good news. The TV licence is set to be scrapped, although there is just one catch. Let's begin. Okay, as many of you will know, I don't actually have an upload schedule, so the best way to see my videos as soon as I put them online is to click that subscribe button and notification bell. Okay, this story is from Sky News, and they say TV licence could be scrapped as long as your internet speed is good enough. The government is looking into plans to scrap the annual TV licence in favour of a Netflix-style subscription model. At long last, the penny finally looks like it's dropping, doesn't it? About time too. But claims it won't be able to act until broadband speeds across the UK improve. Well, get on and improve them then. Paying your annual TV licence fee could be scrapped just as soon as broadband speeds across the country are up to scratch, the government has hinted. We just said that, haven't we? The new suggestion comes from Minister of State for Media and Data, John Whittingdale MP, who claimed that moving to a Netflix-style subscription for the TV licence could work. Well, it could do if they expand it to the whole world, I suppose, but I can't really see it doing that well in the UK. But only when fast broadband speed are universal across the UK. If they just do it to the whole world, then it doesn't matter about the UK, does it? Like they currently do with BritBox and in America with their new BBC Select, and I've done a video on that and that can be seen just there. As it stands, the TV licence costs £157.50 a year, although that's set to increase to £159 from next month. That's ridiculous, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. The cost of an annual black and white TV licence is also set to rise from £53 a year to £53.50 a year. Although most people do actually have a colour TV licence nowadays, don't they? But if you got a Freeview box and hooked it up to a black and white TV, which you buy off eBay or something like that, then I suppose you could have a black and white TV licence and still watch Freeview. Just a thought. Anyway, the cost of the TV licence is determined by the government. Back in 2016, it confirmed the price would rise with inflation for 5 years, starting from April 2017. Although I swear I heard somewhere that it was actually the BBC who set the price from 2017 to 2021, and then the government takes over it from 2022 to 2027. Anyway, the latest increase, which was announced earlier this year, was calculated using the inflation figure of 1.075%. This was the average consumer prices index, CPI, inflation for the year September 2020. BT and EE use the same CPI to adjust their television, broadband and mobile phone plans each year too. You'd have thought with the pandemic they would have just froze them, wouldn't you, for the year? I mean, there's a lot of struggling families out there, especially with losing their jobs. So that would actually give a little bit of people more help, wouldn't it? And a few other things maybe as well. The government is currently conducting a mid-term review of the Royal Charter. Now, for those who don't know, the TV licence is currently protected by the Royal Charter until 2027. And unfortunately, the government can't scrap the TV licence until then. However, it can decriminalise it and make one or two other similar changes. It says they're investigating whether to change how the cost of the TV licence will change between 2022 and 2027. Although there have been suggestions of moving to a Netflix-style monthly subscription in 2022. And that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Because we'd finally be able to watch other TV channels live without having to pay the BBC for the privilege to do it. It's ridiculous, isn't it, that we have to do that at the moment? John Whittingdale MP says this is more likely to happen in 2027 due to broadband speeds nationwide. And you could understand that if it was for watching 4K content all the time, because that needs around a minimum of 25 to 29 megabytes per second. However, streaming standard definition only requires about 2 to 3 megabytes per second, and nearly all broadband speeds can get to 2 megabytes per second, can't they? That is, unless you live somewhere really remote, probably like a desert island or something, I'm guessing. Speaking to the Times, Whittingdale said, young people are turning more and more to on-demand video services. Finally! Looks like they're finally getting it at long last. And I'm sorry, but it's not just young people. It's middle-aged people and old people. It's quite a lot of people. Probably about half the country, I'm guessing. That does beg the question about whether or not the licence fee model, which has been based on the fact that everybody used the BBC, can continue. And in my opinion, it can't, because there are quite a lot of people, including me, who do not use the BBC at all and do not want anything to do with the BBC. And I'm really frustrated that we keep having to pay them to watch other channels like ITV or Sky live. The rollout of broadband is very fast and we will reach universal coverage. And there will come a time when this will be possible for us to move towards a full subscription service for everybody. but that time has not yet arrived. I think it has. Following the rise of video on demand services, most of them imports from the United States, there has been an increased scrutiny around the TV licence under the current rules. Anyone found to be watching, recording or downloading programmes illegally will be fined a maximum of £1,000 or £2,000 if you live in Guernsey, as well as legal costs and compensation you might be ordered to pay too. Yes, that is technically true, although what they're not telling you is that most of the time it's around £170, which is just a little bit more than the current TV licence. And they can only do that if they take you to court. And they can only take you to court if they got some sort of evidence that you're breaking the law by either watching or recording live TV programmes or watching BBC iPlayer. If they can't prove that, they can't take you to court, and then they can't fine you. So if you're not doing any of those things, then you've got nothing to worry about. As more people download shows from the likes of Prime Video, Disney+, Netflix, All4, Apple TV+, Shudder, Stars Play and dozens more, it is becoming harder to justify the current TV licence model. And just look at that list of all these extra services we can use, and all of them are currently cheaper than our £13, 13 pence TV licence fee, which, as I said earlier, is set to rise from April the 1st. For its part, the BBC has suggested alternative funding models. Yeah, I bet they have. How about we attach it to this bill? How about we attach it to that bill? How about you just give us twice as much? Is that right, BBC? Last year outlined plans to drop the TV licence in favour of a new levy or tax on broadband bills. The internet has been around commercially since around about 1995, which is just under 30 years. And obviously we can pay a current fee for that. Mine costs around £23, I think, pounds it is a month. So for them to put an extra tax on that after we've been just paying the base price for 30 years is a complete joke, in my opinion. Because if it was around the same price as the licence fee, that would put it up to around £36. So that would bring it up by over 50%. And if they're saying, okay, that's fine, we won't put it up by £13, we'll only put it up by £5. Well, if that's the case, why can't you reduce your licence fee to £5 or £6 or £7, so then that would match the cost of the current streaming services like Netflix or Disney Plus or Amazon Prime, and you'd be in line with that, wouldn't you? The TV licence is a complete joke, in my opinion, and so is this suggestion by the BBC. I got a bit sidetracked there, didn't I? But let's carry on, as this is increasingly the delivery method for viewers to watch shows, live sports fixtures, Hollywood blockbusters and more. It's increasingly clear that whatever happens to the TV licence going forward, it's highly likely to be tied with home broadband. John Whittingdale MP clearly believes that the optional monthly subscription service, I think that's meant to say a la Netflix, would work, while the Beeb has suggested a non-negotiable levy for anyone planning to use their home internet connection to stream telly is the best option. So, okay, BBC, so you're now saying that, okay, you can finally at long last watch whatever you want, but if you want to use the internet, that's a different question. You have to pay us to use your internet now after 30 years of being able to do it yourself. Who the hell do you think you are, BBC? The whole point of the TV licence was to fund a channel that the public owned. So why should that be tied to the broadband bill, which has got nothing to do with creating TV content? It may be how a lot of people consume that content, but you've got absolutely no right to charge people to do that, have you? What's next? Charging people to buy groceries from Asda or Tesco's? You seriously need a reality check, BBC, and I think you'll be getting that in 2027, if not sooner, with all the anti-licence campaigns such as Defund the BBC and the amount of people that are cancelling their TV licences daily. According to Ofcom, there are around 600,000 homes and businesses in the UK without access to speeds above 10 megabytes per second. Until that changes, a radical rethink of how the TV licence model could really work isn't going to be possible. And as I said earlier on, it is possible in my opinion. You don't need extremely high speeds to watch standard def or even high def. It's only with the 4K speeds you need at least 25 megabits per second or megabytes per second. So unless the government want to stream everything in 4K, in my view there's absolutely no need to delay this, really. Because whatever money the BBC doesn't receive with a possible subscription in the UK, it could get quite a lot of subscriptions worldwide, couldn't it? So that would easily plug that hole. And don't forget, they also do have their UK TV channels, which have adverts on them as well. So in my view, that the easiest way for the BBC is if they just went to adverts in the UK, and then they wouldn't even have to worry about the internet, would they? But unfortunately, the BBC is going to do everything to try and keep the TV licence alive because they're getting money for nothing, aren't they? Anyway, let me know what you think. Here are some of my other videos for you to watch next. If you're a legend, click that like button down there, it really does help me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.